Hello, everybody. I'm back. It's so funny because all the way up until recent days, I only ever did one or maybe two videos a week. So the fact that it feels like I've been gone forever and it's only been 5 days since I put up a video is kind of funny, but I'm not mad about it. It's kind of nice. I'm back from my trip to Arizona. Today's video is going to be really chill. I'm going to do the part 2 of the questions that you guys sent in. These are all the questions that are more lifestyle related, parenting related, some really good questions, some fun questions, some deeper questions. So hopefully that will be a good mix. We're going to catch up on our advent calendars because we have many days that we are behind. I'm going to talk a little bit about my trip to Arizona, and happy Vlogmas, and I'm glad you're here. Before we get started, oh my gosh, what are we? 6 days before Christmas, is that right? This is as I'm recording this, is the 19th, 2021, 22, 23, 24, 6 days. Oh my gosh. Yes, I just counted on my hands. That's okay. 6 days until Christmas. So I'm hoping that you have everything sorted, that your gift buying is complete. While I was in Arizona, we were at the mall. We went to Scottsdale Fashion Square, which is a very lovely bougie mall. I had the best time with my sister and my son. And I'm going to talk about my visit with mom later on in the video, but it's definitely, Christmas is in full swing. Shopping was chaotic. We weren't really there because we needed anything. We were just there like to browse and have fun, which is the only way I like to go to the mall this time of the year. Scott and I might actually go to Perimeter Mall, which is near us here in Atlanta. We may have one more mall trip in us because schools get out here. I think either today is the last day or maybe even yesterday was. So yeah, things are getting a little bit crazy. I'm trying today to get my head on straight. The trip to Arizona was really good. I didn't sleep great while I was there. I was a little stressed about mom. She's doing great. That's the good news. This trip, we got to kind of settle her in more. And I think she's starting to feel more like her assisted living facility is her home. For those of you that don't know, my mom was diagnosed a few months ago with Alzheimer's and vascular dementia. And we had spent the better part of this year getting her settled in an assisted living facility. And it's been a little rocky, but I feel like she's kind of coming out of that. Everyone told us to give it 6 months. It's been almost exactly 6 months. And I feel like she's just now starting to settle in. There was one point where we were, one of my sons was playing piano and we were singing with her in kind of like the community area. And she said, this is starting to feel like home. And I thought, okay, that is a really good sign. And this was kind of like a good, like a housewarming. Like last time I was there, we were still settling her in. And this time felt more like just making it feel like a place for our family to come and hang out with her. And we opened Christmas gifts and there were carols and we did, I brought her cookies and we did all of our normal family traditions. I think it meant a lot to her. I know it meant a lot to me. And yeah, it was just a really good trip. So thanks to everybody that was so encouraging. And yeah, and it didn't hurt that the desert was just incredibly beautiful. So I spent 15 years of my life in the Scottsdale, Phoenix area. And so being there, it's a little deja vu strange to me, but at the same time, especially in the winter, is there any place more beautiful than the desert? I don't think there is. So let's answer some questions and we'll answer a couple questions. We'll do a couple days of Advent and then we'll just kind of go back and forth. That'll be fun, right? Fun and festive. Let's start with, I thought this one was really good. It's kind of a deep question. How do you cope with empty nesting and your husband traveling so much? Do you ever feel lonely? So I have such a great personality that there's more to that sentence that sounded a little arrogant. I have such a great personality. I have such a great personality for being on my own a lot. I have always been this way. I am an introvert. I know it does not seem that way when you watch me on camera, but I very much am an introvert. I can absolutely play the part of an extrovert when needed, especially for like a work function, if I have to go to a party, but that's not how I gain my energy. And so being alone is kind of my favorite thing. It's why I travel by myself so much. I love being with my husband. I adore being with my children, but I don't really get lonely. And I have my dogs, and I just, maybe because my dad was also an airline pilot, so he traveled the whole time I was growing up. I saw that lifestyle. It feels very normal to me, and honestly, it always has. In fact, during the pandemic, his aircraft was retired, so he was home a lot longer than we had expected. And I was like, okay, I think you maybe need to go get an apartment. No. Like, we just weren't used to that much time together. And retirement is going to be interesting. We still have at least 6 years, maybe longer. They're looking at extending the age for retirement for pilots, so it may even be longer than that. But bottom line is, I don't get lonely, and I really don't mind being by myself. So for me, the kids leaving home was hard because I adore my kids, but I also have just like had no problem popping right back to spending plenty of time by myself. I kind of like it. So yeah, there's the answer to that question. What's your favorite part of being a mom? So now that my kids are all grown, my favorite part of being a mom has hands down been watching them become such unique and very, very cool human beings that are my friends. Like, I didn't really anticipate how beautiful and fun it was going to be to have grown children. Like, when they were little, and a lot of you are probably like this, I would think about them leaving home and I would get so dreadfully sad because I thought, oh my gosh, I can't imagine my babies not being here with me. But now that it's happened, it is not at all what I expected. Even my son that lives in Denver, even though he's far away, we still talk multiple times a week. I feel very connected to him. I feel like I know what's going on in his life. They have become like these very good friends that are my family and my children, and I adore them. And watching them live their lives brings me more joy than I ever could have expected. So I particularly say this if you have little ones and you sometimes get like really sentimental about them growing up. I mean, that's perfectly normal, and I did it too, but I love who my children have become. I love just seeing them grow, seeing them with their partners, seeing them engage with the world, being there for them when they have missteps, because that's going to happen because they're humans. That's part of life. And being able to not rescue them, but just like be there to understand and have empathy. And I've shared this before, but a long time ago, someone told me when your children are grown, you move from management to consulting. So it's no longer my responsibility to tell them what to do, but it absolutely is my joy to be here, Scott and I both, as a sounding board, and to, little things. Like, one of my sons texted me the other day, I'm thinking of opening another credit card. Is that a good idea? Should I close one? And we had a whole conversation about your credit score and why you don't want to close that credit card, but maybe put it away so that you're not tempted to use it, and really think about getting another one. Does it have fees? Like, all those kind of just like normal life things. But when they reach out and ask, it makes me realize that we've created a relationship where they trust us, and they trust our opinion. That doesn't mean they're always going to listen to our opinion, but they want to know what it is. And it's just a lot of fun. So anyway, that's been my favorite part about being a mom. Okay, that was 2 questions down. Let's do what day did we not do yet, y'all? Did we do 15? I think we did 15 and we haven't done 16. Is that right? Did we do 15 and we haven't done 16? Yes. And I have something to say about the Voluspa calendar that will make you guys laugh. So let's do 16 from all of the calendars. Ooh, this is a big one. This is our Beekman 1802. This is Dream Booster. I'm sure some of you have heard of this. Bacachil Better Aging Serum. And this looks to be a very big size. It's only 0.5 ounces, but it looks like it's in a pretty substantial, it's not a little sample. I've been slightly annoyed, if I'm going to be honest, with both the L'Occitane and the Elemis, that we haven't had more full-size items. So I feel like Beekman has really come through I realize part of it is the packaging, but this says, grab your bloom cream and press down once to bloom it. Add 1 to 2 drops of your booster to the center, swirl and mix together to activate. Okay, that kind of sounds like a craft, and that is more than my brain has the strength for today, but my guess is telling me that the booster for this is here as well. Oh no, this is the booster. So this goes with the bloom cream, which I either already got or I'm going to get soon. So more on that. That's more than my brain can manage this morning. Do you guys do this like the day after a trip? I just kind of need a minute to just kind of catch up and you know, recalibrate a little bit. Okay, that was 16 in that one. Let's do 16 in our elements. We have a lot of Advent to open today. So much Advent. Okay, number 16. Okay, it's the Frangipani Manoi. It is the body cream. Love this. Very, very happy with that. Woohoo. No complaints. I love it. I use it all up completely and I love that. So good for me on that. Now let's do the L'Occitane number 16. Okay, wait, we're on the right side. I really wish I hadn't torn that one off, but what are you going to do? That's 24. We don't want to accidentally open 24. Number 16 right here. If you're not done with your shopping yet, or actually, like if you're really not done, then obviously whatever you need to do. But what I wanted to say and what I said on Threads and on Instagram, don't panic buy. Don't fall into that trap that like I should get one more gift. I should, or maybe like a neighbor drops a gift by and maybe that wasn't a neighbor that you got a gift for. Let it go. Like we're so late in the game at this point, and I think it's more important that you maintain your peace than that everything be even Steven. And I promise you, no one will remember. No one will remember. And if they do, like if someone gives you a gift and their whole thing is they are going to be mad if you don't reciprocate, come on. That's not really the spirit of the season, is it? I've given gifts to people many times who have not reciprocated, and I've received gifts many times that were not reciprocated. The spirit of gift giving is it's a gift. So this whole like, if I give you something, you have to hurry and rush around and get me. So I just think it is not in keeping with the spirit of the season. I don't think Kermit from Muppet Christmas Carol would be approving of that behavior. Okay, this is Extra Gentle Verbena soap. I love the smell of verbena. That is, it's got a lemon scent. Lemon verbena is, I think verbena must either mean lemon or just typically has lemon in it, because I don't think I've ever smelled verbena without it being something lemon. So maybe it's even French. I don't know. But smells very, very good. Love this. It's tiny. Again, the L'Occitane one, they've been tiny. You know, we're far enough in now that we can start giving our honest opinions. And the Elemis ones, there's been a few samples. The L'Occitane one, tiny. So just saying, I'm not sure if next year, unless I do like the more expensive one next year. So we'll see. But we have a long time between now and then. I might not even be doing YouTube next year. I probably will, but you never know. Okay, I don't know why I'm picking this up, but day number 16 in our wine. This has not been the easiest to get out, but that's okay because the wine has been very, very good. The wine is another La Pluma, and this one is a Fiano. Now, I have never had Fiano. By the way, speaking of Italian words, for all of you that reminded me that andiamo means let's go, which I did put in the, on the card, but a lot of times y'all listen and you don't watch the screen. I've been saying that like constantly. I said it this weekend. It's just my new word. Andiamo. It's my new word. So thank you for that, Advent calendars and people of YouTube who told me what it meant, and also the internet. So let's look at our card for this one. Number 16. Aromas of citrus, honey, and flowers, textured and rich with flavors of pear, apricot, and almond. Okay, that sounds amazing. And I will definitely have this tonight because we are officially in the window of feast days. So if you've been holding off, like drinking the good wine or eating the good food or having the sweets, it's time. We're in the window, do all the things, because you're not going to get into too much trouble at this point. Like if you started 2 weeks ago, I might be worried about you, but I think now we're okay. Okay, that's it for day 16. So let's answer a couple of more questions. What's your favorite holiday food? My favorite holiday food, I said that like a fifth grader doing an essay. My favorite holiday food is hands down like savory. There's two things I love. I love savory appetizers. Think spinach artichoke dip, guacamole, queso. I love like little quiches. Like I'm wild for savory, good vegetarian appetizers. And also I love really good pastries. Not cheap pastries, because if I'm gonna have a pastry, I want it to be really good, but we're talking like really good soft gingerbread. By the way, the Grand Californian at Disneyland has the best gingerbread cookies I've ever had in my life, if you ever have the opportunity to go. I love regular gingerbread. In fact, if I can get my act together, I'm hoping probably day after tomorrow to film a final bake with me, and we're gonna make actual gingerbread, not gingerbread men, but actual gingerbread. I love like really good like pain au chocolat or tarts with like fruit in them. Mwah! Any like French pastries, all of that. If I could just like not have any mains at all over the holidays and just have really high quality appetizers and desserts, happy forever. Happy forever. Give me that, a good wine, maybe like, you know, my chamomile tea afterwards, and that is all I need in the whole world. So there you go. All right, let's do one more question. Can you share some favorite childhood Christmas moments? This is easy because I was just with my siblings, and there is a cookie jar that my brother now has at his house that was made by my Aunt Margaret that is ceramic. And I didn't know what had happened to it. Some of you know we had to clean things out very quickly at Mom's. We were worried about a few things. And I am thrilled that the cookie jar is with him, because baking and my mom are like, those two things are simultaneous in my head. Simultaneous, they're together. That's not the word I wanted, but they go together in my brain. And I just remember Mom baking. I remember her doing huge trays for the neighbors. I remember doing sugar cookie cutouts, and she had this very complex cookie cutter that was a stocking. And when you looked at it, you couldn't even tell what it was. But then we would layer on with an egg white brush, the different colored sprinkles. And it just always turned out so beautiful. And the cookies would actually go in the cookie jar. And I have great memories of my mom and baking. Maybe that's why I have so many, that's why I love baking. It's why I loved baking with my kids. And I think that's why that's probably my favorite Christmas food, as long as they're good. And it's not easy to make them good. And a lot of store-bought Christmas cookies look good, but do not taste good. So, you know, but that's probably baking with my mom is probably my favorite Christmas memory. So speaking of my mom, and then we'll do some more advent calendars. How is your mom doing? I kind of already talked about this, but thank you to you guys for always asking about her. She's having, right this second, she's having more good days than bad. But the thing is with dementia, you just never know. And so we're just taking it a day at a time. And there's no timeline. You have no way of knowing with this particular disease if she will be with us for 5 minutes or 5 days or 5 months or 5 years. And every doctor will tell you this. It's quite possible she will pass from something else. She is 85 years old. She's going to be 86 in August. So there's no way to know. So we will just enjoy our moments with her. The big thing for me, and I think this really got drilled home on this last trip, she's safe, dry, and warm. That is what we all wanted, as opposed to when she was living alone in that big house, being very belligerent, insisting on even, like this time last year, she was still driving, which is inexplicable to me now, that we've gotten her to a point where she is in good care, where she's got good food and she's got her things around her and she sleeps well at night and she's got medical care and we can go see her and it can be, you know, good family time. And it's not that she doesn't have bad days, because she for sure does. But we're all in the process of learning how to best navigate that. And I think she is doing as well as can be expected. And this last visit was just really, really good for me to just spend good quality time with her, with my siblings, with my son there. And it was lovely. So today she is doing really well. So thank you so much for asking. Okay, let's do day 17. This is going to be a long video if I don't pick up the pace a little bit. This is a big box. I wonder if this is the bloom cream. Okay, hold on. I have a feeling that it is. Hold on. Oh, oh, it's a big box, but it's got a tiny thing in it. You guys, it's got, I don't know why I said that, like the Beekman boys personally gave me this. These are reusable eye masks, helping you get more out of your products. The reusable eye mask is a thin, lightweight, and reusable eye patch that holds gels, serums, and creams close to the skin for maximum absorption. Apply to under eye, gently press down and leave on for 10 to 20 minutes. What a genius idea. Oh my gosh, I love that. I love that from like a recycling perspective. I love that from a cost perspective. Genius, so smart. Okay, that was fun. Let's do Elemis, day 16. These things are getting very light, you guys. Hopefully you like have this on in the background while you're doing other things. Did I already? Okay, that's weird. Did I already? Oh, we did 16. We're on 17. Yeah, I would say I'm jet lagged, but Phoenix is only 2 hours ahead of us, or behind us. Okay, number 17 is Superfood Midnight Facial, one of my favorite products, especially for travel. So if you get one of these, stick it in your bag because it's, you know, when you travel, you're probably maybe drinking more than normal, maybe eating more salt than normal, maybe not getting as much water as you should. And this Midnight Facial is really great to just like revive your skin. Love it. You just put it on and sleep with it on. Really good, really fun. Okay, that's that one. Let's do number, it's funny that I completely lost track of where we were. Let's do number 17. I'm on the wrong side. Number 17 is right here. Okay, number 17. I don't know why I show you like another tiny, tiny, tiny one. This one is light comforting cream, 5 milliliters. Yeah, I don't know. I'm beginning to think I'm not going to do L'Occitane again. Like, look at that. That is just ridiculously tiny. And if it's a size that would be a free sample, don't put it in this and then charge me whatever I paid for this, $85. Like, do you know what I mean? Like that's starting to piss me off a little bit. I mean, we're far enough in now that I can say that. Still happy I did it, but yeah, starting to piss me off a little. And then number 17 on our wine. Gosh, I'm going to have a lot of wine. Number 17 on our wine is, this is a Grenache from Santa Barbara. And let's read what 2023 Santa Barbara Grenache, number 17. Aromas and flavors of bright red berries, pepper and herbs, light, juicy, and super easy to sip. And that is a California wine. And I love the labels that have had the black lab on the roof. So cute. I'm always a sucker for anything with the dog on it. Okay, let's answer a couple more questions. This is kind of fun. Let's see. New homeowner here. Any tips? Oh, is it too late? No. I love being a homeowner. I purchased my first home in the year 2000. So I'm going on my 25th year as a homeowner. The house we're living in now is the third house that we've owned. They cost way more than you think they're going to, and not just the purchase price. Redoing things, maintaining the house, making sure you do routine maintenance, like air filters and gutters. And there's a term in real estate called deferred maintenance. And it's when they go and look at a house and they can really tell that people didn't allocate money to keep up with the house. And that can be for a variety of reasons. You might get into a house and then find yourself in reduced circumstances financially or whatever the case may be. That has certainly happened to us. But there are certain things to do with a house, maintenance things that you have to do. So do your homework. There are books at the library. You can watch YouTube videos. If you have the means, you can hire a handyman. This is a great option if like your parent is elderly, to hire a handyman to come over to do routine maintenance. but those routine maintenance things are what maintain the value of your home. So don't look at it as like being frivolous. If the plumbing needs updating, update the plumbing. If your dishwasher is really old and is starting to leak, you have to update your dishwasher. Keep an eye on your water heater. That's going to be the next big purchase for us. We actually need a new roof and we need a new water heater in 2025. So whoop, whoop, yes. Big ticket items. And I would say just keep on top of it, because if you don't keep on top of routine maintenance, then the things will break and then it costs exponentially more. And I feel like it's not super sexy to talk about routine maintenance on a house. And I'm not talking about outdated things. I'm not talking about countertops that are dated or all the things you see on HGTV. I'm saying regular routine home maintenance, and at least a couple times a year you should be going through and evaluating all the systems in the house, preemptively thinking about what's coming up. What are we going to need to replace? Let's start setting aside some money for that. Let's start researching the best brands, because you don't want to start researching water heaters when your water heater goes out, because then you're stuck with whatever your plumber wants to sell you. So just take the maintenance piece of it seriously. It is far more important than the decor on the walls, the flooring, the furnishings, even the bedding. And you know how I feel about bedding. So yeah, that's my big advice. Take home ownership and home maintenance very seriously and know your stuff. So there you go. Let's see. Let's do another one. I already answered that. As a 48-year-old woman, just saying thanks for giving me content I love. Oh, that's so sweet. I love that. Okay, what's your favorite holiday tradition? So this is more for me, my current family, and Christmas Eve is my favorite. And somebody else had asked, what's your favorite Christmas Eve memory? Definitely the time with my kids. That has always been, now back the 10 years that I was a pastor, Christmas Eve was a little harried because I was in charge of the Christmas Eve service, and anyone who works in ministry will tell you that is a crazy time. But after that, once we closed out everything and we could be quiet in our own home, having either going out to eat, which is what we're doing this year. We've off and on, we've gone out to eat on Christmas Eve. We are doing it this year. I'm very excited. We're going to a very small local Italian place that we all love. We always watch Muppet Christmas Carol. I would always read the Christmas story, and it's just a nice, warm, glowing family time. Fire in the fireplace, candles, and also I think even when the kids were little, as a mom, I tried very hard to have everything be done. I never wanted to be one of those moms that was like up till 3 o'clock in the morning wrapping gifts. So Scott and I worked really diligently just to make sure that Christmas Eve time was kind of sacred. And it's that song, Merry Christmas, Darling, by Karen Carpenter. Greeting cards have all been sent. The Christmas rush is through, but I still have a simple wish, a special one for you, or something like that. There's that like Christmas Eve moment when all the hustle and bustle is done and you can just be with the people that you love, warm, dry, and safe. It's before the gift giving, or at least for us, because we do our presents on Christmas morning. And it just, to me, is the most beautiful, sacred part of the entire Christmas season. So yeah, love that. Okay, let's do one more question and then we will move on to day 18. Okay, What is your favorite go-to high protein pescatarian meal? So I'm so glad you asked this, because I am trying to be much better about eating more protein. I love salmon. I love really any kind of fish. I love fish tacos. That's my favorite. I'm starting to eat more black beans, trying to get more protein in my diet. Anyone out there that's perimenopausal knows they just scream at us all day long that we need to eat more protein. So I'm really trying to work that in. I love tuna fish sandwiches, like a lot. You give me a good tuna melt and some good potato chips, and that is my favorite. I'm a very simple girl when it comes to that kind of thing. You have to be careful with tuna because you don't want to have it more than maybe once or twice a week because of the mercury. But yeah, salmon is probably my favorite. Like absolutely my favorite pescatarian dinner out is a really well-prepared salmon, preferably blackened. I don't like a lot of sauces, with just like some lemon, maybe a really light aioli, a really good baked potato, like, you know, where the skin has been rubbed with salt and it's really crispy and you can eat the skin because it's so yummy. And then like a really good green salad, maybe some broccoli, and then like a really good sourdough roll. I know that sounds like so simple, but to me, that is just a perfect meal. I could eat that all day, every day. And then, I don't know, chocolate souffle for dessert, which is pescatarian. I'm just saying. So there you go. Okay, let's do our last day, and then we'll finish out with a couple more questions. Let's do we have to do 18 and 19. So let's do 18. I wonder if this is our bloom cream. No, this is honey and orange blossom goat milk whipped body cream. Okay, so orange blossom is okay. I know I said before I don't like food scents, but to me, orange is like an organic scent. So I will definitely keep this, and I am still learning more about them, about the whole goat's milk being the same pH as human skin. That's why it's so easily absorbed. So I will be using this myself. I am keeping that one for sure. And then we'll do number 18. This is fun. We haven't had like more than one to do at a time this entire time. Okay, number 18 on Elemis is Pro Collagen Naked Cleansing Balm. And this is without scent. This is the naked version of the cleansing balm, which makes me, if you don't like strongly scented things, and a few of you have told me the reason you don't like Elemis is because it's strongly scented, then the naked might be a good way to go for you, and definitely still does the job. So still really good for travel. Number 18 is going to be on this side. Here we go. I'm telling you, if this is another tiny sample size, I won't be picked. Okay, this looks better. This looks like something substantial. That's good. This one is another extra gentle soap. That's weird. We got two soaps pretty close together and we hadn't gotten soap the whole time. But yeah, it's tiny. I mean, this again is not a full-size bar of soap. It's not like the Beekman boys. Did they already take that soap upstairs? The Beekman boys gave me almost a full-size bar. This is just a tiny little sample, but you know what? We'll take it. And then we'll do number 18 on our wine, which I'm just going to turn. This is a rosé, Wild Child Rosé from California. Number 18, delicate aromas of strawberry, watermelon, and rose petals, red berry flavors with a hint of citrus. Rosé is generally too sweet for me, so I will either give this a try or I might gift that. I'm thinking of putting together a little wine bag with some wine and skincare for my neighbors next door, Marissa, and then her mom lives with her, and I adore them both. And I feel like women, like I'll do a little family gift for everybody over there too, but I feel like women in particular need a little bit more pampering this time of year. So yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. Okay, I'm going to show you guys on the Voluspa. A bunch of you were like, there's another one. There's another one. I'm like, no, there's not. What are you talking about? We opened them all. This one. So this is going to be very satisfying for all of you that told me in the comments I was missing this box. Do not ask me why I didn't see it. My third eye was hiding it from me. I did not see it. It was camouflaged. I think I know what it is, and yes, it is. So these are actually super helpful. I got one of these in last year's advent calendar that was a different brand, but this came with it as well. These are for trimming your wick. So you can trim a wick, even if it's a really tall candle. I'm looking up because I have a candle going right there that's just out of shot, but to trim the top of the wick. If you do not trim the wick when you burn candles, they will smoke, and you don't want that. So definitely you want to trim the wick before you light it every time. So yeah. That's actually really helpful because I only have one and I've been keeping it downstairs, and having one on each floor will be good. Okay, we'll do like one more question, and this is a big one. So we're gonna do one more question and then we'll finish out with the final advents. What a delight this Vlogmas season has been. Thank you for your honesty, candor, and compassion, both towards yourself and viewers. A question as you begin pondering your Q&A. I began watching your videos when I was in high school. Fast forward several years and I'm about to student teach and earn my high school teaching license. Amazing. What got me a little emotional. When you think back to the young adult years of your life, what would you have told, pushed, or encouraged yourself to do? Similarly, are there any lessons, advice, or tips that you are quite pleased to have passed along to your boys, or that you learned after they moved out but wish you could have taught them? So first of all, what an honor that I have been with you for your journey from being in high school to now being a young adult and embarking on your career. That is, I can't even tell you what that means to me as a creator. I don't know that there's anything more satisfying than knowing that someone has been with you that long. I feel like it just makes me feel like I'm part of your life, and that means the world to me. So thank you for that. I think the biggest thing, and this is something that I have tried to teach my boys now, but I'm not sure I did a good job of telling them when they were young, because I had not been through I hadn't done the work yet to know this for myself, is it is okay to disappoint other people in order to protect yourself. My whole life growing up, I was taught that other people's needs are more important than mine. And in religious traditions, put others before yourself is talked about a lot, but I think we always forget the part that we are told to love others as we love ourselves, that it is okay to prioritize your own mental well-being, your own health, your own peace over what everybody else wants you to do. Now, what I'm not saying is just to walk around saying, screw you to everyone, only what I need is important. That isn't what we're saying at all. What we are saying is if you're faced with a choice where someone will be disappointed, but you know that is the choice you need to make for your own peace, always choose your own peace. Their disappointment is not your responsibility. Protecting your peace is your responsibility. And the reality is, 9 times out of 10, they're going to get over it. And they're going to get over it way quicker than you think they are. And here you are, no matter what the situation is, maybe for you right now, you're trying to decide where to go for family dinner, or where to go for the Christmas holidays, or who are you going to disappoint? Because disappointing other people is part of life. And for years, I would always sacrifice my own well-being in order to not disappoint others. And that has not served me well. It's not healthy. And it actually serves other people better if I prioritize my own peace, because then I'm coming from a place of well-being and balance, and I'm much more able to give my friends, my family, my work, my best self, which is what I'm responsible for bringing to the table. So be okay with disappointing other people. They probably will get over it. If they don't, that's a them problem, not a you problem, because you get to prioritize your peace. Okay, that's huge. We're going to end on that one. We're going to finish out our last one. And then we are going to be moving into the 20s, which is crazy. Okay, number 19 with the Beekman boys. Ooh, that comment. Okay, this is Melt Drops Ceramide Serum. Delivers a lift from within glow while instantly hydrating. Well, there is nothing wrong with any of those words. And again, Beekman boys, it's a good size glass jar. I'm very happy with that. So I look forward to trying that. Let's do our Elemis number 19. Oh my gosh, this video is going to be like 40 minutes long. Sorry, everybody. Hopefully you're like wrapping gifts and you could just like have this on in the background. Pro Collagen Glow Boost Exfoliator. Lots of glowing products for 19. I wonder if when they were putting this together, I'm always kind of fascinated by what that process is like. If they were like, oh, they're probably going to a holiday party, let's give them glow stuff. But I like me a glow exfoliator. I will definitely be giving that a try. And then we need to do our L'Occitane for number 19. Please don't be a little tiny sample size. I bet it is. I bet it's going to tick me off. I bet L'Occitane's going to tick me off. Well, doesn't look too small. This is shampoo. So, I mean, that's probably 4 or 5 washes. Maybe not. Pretty tiny. But they already gave us the conditioner for this. So that's the shampoo that goes with. So I'm happy to try that. And then let's try our wine for number 19. Number 19 wine, Balance of Powers. Oh, I like that. I like that. Cab Sav from Yucco Valley. Let's read number 19. Aromas and flavors of dark berries, baking spices, and a smoky finish. Okay, how good would this be with the gingerbread that we're going to make? So either tomorrow or the next day, the hope is we're going to do our gingerbread together. And again, this is not gingerbread cookies. This is a loaf of gingerbread. So I think this would be amazing paired with the gingerbread. Okay, guys, that is it for today. Take a deep breath. Whatever doesn't get done, it's fine. All people care about is you, and they want you to be okay as much as you want to bring them joy on Christmas morning. So make sure you're balancing out that care for others and your own self-care. Prioritize your peace. I love you so much. I'm sorry I had to take a little break, but it was such a great visit with family. Whatever you're doing today, I hope you're finding joy. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas, and I'll probably see you tomorrow.